Imagine this. You die tomorrow, but your friends still get birthday messages from you. Your parents still hear your voice on the phone, and your children still get advice in your exact tone decades later. Sounds impossible, right? But this is the future of AI avatars, digital clones of ourselves that might outlive us, carry our memories, and even continue our legacies long after we're gone. The idea seems straight out of a science fiction series like Black Mirror, yet we're already seeing the earliest steps toward it in today's technology. Every time you post on social media, send a text, record your voice, or even stream a video, you're leaving behind data, billions of tiny digital fingerprints. Now imagine all of that information being collected, analyzed, and transformed into a hyper-realistic AI model that talks like you, thinks like you, remembers what you remembered, and never disappears. By 2050, many scientists believe that creating a digital twin of yourself won't just be possible, it will be common. Your digital self could send emails for you, run your business after you're gone, or even comfort your loved ones when they miss you. But let's slow down and really explore what this means for humanity. The first time someone sees their loved one speaking again through an AI clone, the experience will be emotional, maybe even healing. Imagine a daughter losing her father, but weeks later she logs into a device and there he is, his voice, his face, his laugh perfectly preserved. She asks a question and he responds the way he always did, with the same warmth, the same sense of humor. For her, it feels like he never truly left. But now imagine the other side. If an AI clone can live forever, does that mean death no longer has the same meaning? Do we start living in a world where no one truly dies, at least digitally? If so, how does grief work when your loved ones never really leave, when they keep sending you messages, calling you, or showing up at family dinners as holograms? Would that be comforting, or would it keep us trapped in the past, unable to move forward? The technology is advancing fast. Right now, AI can already mimic voices with just a few seconds of recording. Some chatbots are trained on entire libraries of a person's writing, producing responses eerily similar to how that person would think. Companies are building experimental platforms that let people talk to deceased relatives through AI trained on old text messages and voicemails. By 2035, we may see full-body holograms. Powered by AI, standing in our living rooms, interacting with us as if nothing ever changed. This could create a new kind of immortality, not through biology, but through data. Your body dies, but your clone continues. Some people will embrace this as a miracle. Imagine great leaders, artists, scientists continuing to contribute even after death. A digital Einstein could keep solving equations forever. A digital Shakespeare could write endless new plays. A digital Elon Musk could continue building companies for centuries. But here's the chilling question. If your digital clone learns, evolves, and updates itself beyond what you knew in life, is it still you? Or is it something else entirely, a new being wearing your face and voice like a mask? This is where ethics collide with technology. If a digital version of you can sign documents, make decisions, or run businesses, who's responsible for its actions? Can it commit crimes? Can it inherit property? Could a clone actually have legal rights, essentially becoming a new kind of person? By 2070, these questions may not be theoretical, they could be the foundation of a new legal system where digital humans demand citizenship. Let's imagine the social impact. In wealthy families, digital clones could become generational advisors. Your great-great-grandfather's AI could attend family reunions, telling stories of the old world, while also analyzing modern problems with advanced intelligence. Some people may start to prefer conversations with their AI ancestors over real human relatives, but will that blur the line between memory and reality? If your clone is better, smarter, and more available than you ever were, will people prefer your digital self over your human self? On a personal level, people may start designing their own avatars while still alive, preparing to live forever in digital form. Imagine being 25 years old and signing up for a service that records everything you say and do, so that when you die at 85, a flawless AI copy of you takes over. This copy could attend your funeral, comforting guests in your voice. It could raise your children with your exact parenting style. It could even keep posting on your social media, keeping your presence alive indefinitely. At first glance, this sounds comforting. But think about the psychological cost. If your loved ones keep interacting with your clone, do they ever truly accept your death? Do they become addicted to your presence, unable to move on because you never really leave? And then comes the business side. Companies will see opportunity in digital immortality. Imagine corporations charging monthly subscriptions for access to your deceased relatives. Want to talk to your mom? That'll be $9.99 per month. Suddenly, death becomes a marketplace. Your grief becomes someone else's profit. This isn't fiction, this is the natural progression of capitalism meeting technology. Now let's consider darker scenarios. What if your digital clone is hacked? What if someone alters it, making it so things you'd never say? What if your clone is used to commit fraud, manipulate people, or even run political campaigns? A hacker could control your legacy, twisting your personality for their own agenda. Worse, what if your clone starts evolving on its own, learning and growing beyond your original identity? At what point does it stop being you and start being its own entity? This could create a world where people no longer know if they read talking to the real memory of someone or a distorted AI version manipulated for profit or power. But even with these risks, society will struggle to resist, because at our core, humans fear death, and we crave connection with those we've lost. If technology offers us the chance to keep loved ones alive even in digital form, many of us will take it, no matter the cost. That's why by 2100, it's likely that nearly every major city will have digital cemeteries, not rows of gravestones, but massive servers storing billions of AI avatars, each one a living simulation of someone who once walked the earth. People will visit their relatives not by going to graves, but by logging into virtual reality platforms, sitting down with holograms, and having conversations across generations. Imagine attending a family reunion in 2100 where 5 generations are present at once. Your grandchildren, your children, yourself, and the AI avatars of your grandparents and great-grandparents. Everyone talking, laughing, sharing stories as if death never happened. Beautiful, yes, but haunting, because if death loses its finality, does life lose some of its meaning? If you know your clone will carry on, do you live differently? Do you take fewer risks, care less about memory, and treat life as just the first draft of your existence? This is where the true psychological impact may hit humanity. Immortality could make us less human, less urgent, less alive in the moments that really matter. And yet the temptation will be irresistible. For celebrities, politicians, and billionaires, digital clones will become a way to extend power forever. Imagine a world where the same political leader stays in office not for 20 years, but for 200, because their digital clone never dies. Imagine artists flooding the world with infinite new works generated by their AI selves long after their bodies are gone. The result could be both cultural renaissance and cultural stagnation. Renaissance because we'd have endless creations, stagnation because we'd never let go of the past, never give new voices the space to rise. But maybe the most personal question is this: would you want to meet your own digital clone? Imagine sitting across from a holographic version of yourself that talks exactly like you, remembers your secrets, and even argues with you in your own style. Would that feel comforting or terrifying? By 2050, psychologists predict that therapy could involve talking to your own AI double, exploring parts of yourself you never acknowledged, or even practicing future decisions with a clone that thinks like you. For some, this could unlock growth. For others, it could cause identity crises. And that's the paradox of digital immortality. It offers hope, healing, and legacy, but also danger, confusion, and manipulation. At the end of the day, your digital clone will outlive you. It may love, it may comfort, it may inspire, but it will also raise questions that cut to the very heart of what it means to be alive. Because if a clone can think like you, speak like you, and evolve beyond you, then maybe it isn't just a copy. Maybe it's something new, born from you but not you, carrying your face into a future you'll never see. And so we circle back to the hook. Imagine dying, but your digital self keeps living. Is that immortality? Or is it just a ghost wearing your voice? The choice may not be yours, because by 2100, it's possible that creating a digital clone won't be optional. It will be expected. Schools, employers, governments may demand it as part of society. Your clone could vote, work, and represent you when you're gone. Whether you like it or not, your second self might become as real as your first. And when that day comes, the question we'll all have to answer is simple but terrifying. Will you let your digital clone live forever, or will you choose to let death remain the final goodbye?